We offer prayers at the feet of Sri Guru as we join with this family today in observing the 4th month after the passing of the beloved Father of the Home. We offer prayers to the feet of that Divine Lord. Wherever that Atma may be at this time, may his Atma feel that grace and blessings of Bhagavan Sriman Narayana. Narayanam Padmabhavam Vasishtam Shaktim Chatatputra Parasharancha Vyasam Shukangho Rapadan Mahantam Govinda Yogendra Matasya Sishyam Sri Shankaracharya Matasya Padma Padam Chahastamalakanta Sishya Tantrotakam Vashikalanamanyam All those gurus who came in the past to give us Shruti Smriti Purananam, to reveal to us the meaning of the scriptures, we offer our prayers at the lotus feet. Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padho Shankaram Loka Shankaram Shankara Shankaracharya Keshava Padanayana Shutravasya Pratau Bhande Bhagavanto Punah Punaha Srimate Ramanujaya Namaha Lakshminatha Samarambham Nathaya Munamadhyamam Asmaracharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. We chant together. Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedhase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. Sri Ram Ram Ramiti Rami Rami Manorami Sahasranama Tatulyam Ramanama Varamani. To Sri Hanuman Ji. Anjana Nandana Viram Janaki Shokanashanam Kapitwajam Padahastam Vande Lanka Bhayankaram. To Sri Valmiki Maharishi, who revealed Ramayana to everyone. Ojantam Rama Ramiti Maduram Madurakshara Aruhya Kahita Shaka Vande Valmiki Kotaram. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo. Slowly everybody. Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Jai Bolo Sri Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki अयोध्या वर रामचंद्र भगवान के सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. So, you all are observing today the 4th month since the passing of the father of the whole. What's his name? Harold Rambaran. So, 4 months have passed, and we are having satsang today to remember him and to pray for his Atma. We read from the Sri Ramcharitamanas given by Sri Tulsidas Ji. Who is the author of Ramayan? Who is the author of Ramayan? Huh? Right. So, we listen to Ramayan all the time, right? Ramayan, Charidan is Ramayan country. Right? So, the Ramayan was first written by Valmiki Maharishi, the sage Valmiki. Kojantam Rama Rameti Maduram Madurakshara Aruhya Kahita Shaka Vande Valmiki Kokilam. The one who was given the gift of poetry, Adi Kavi. The one who was given the gift of singing the glories of Prabhu Sri Ramchandra. He wrote Ramayana. You know what kind of life Valmiki lived? Do you know? Yes. Right. You know what kind of life Valmiki lived? You think he was always a respected saint? No. Valmiki lived a very, very strange life. He lived a life that, some normally would frown upon. He did everything bad you could think about. Rob, kill, thief, everything. Yes? Perhaps, probably. Probably, we don't know, but maybe. And he lived many years like that, And one day, Narad Muni, the sage, he goes to him and he says, you didn't think about what will happen after you die? He says, forget after death, what about right now? You don't think about all the karma you accumulated, you don't think somebody had to pay for that? What do you think I have to pay for that? If I do something, you want to pay for it? Yourself. So he says, Narad Muni says thank you, to Valmiki, he says, you don't think somebody have to pay for that sometime? So Valmiki says, I didn't really think about it. So he thought about it a little bit. He says, but I'm not just doing it, I'm doing it to create sustenance for my family. I thief and I rob and everything in order to mine and sustain my family. But Narad Muni says, well, you think the family going to help you pay for the karma? You think the family will help him pay for the karma? No? You think the family will take some of the karma? Yes or no? No? No. If he do it, he have to carry karma. If you do it, you have to carry karma. Suppose I tell you, put your hand in fire. And you put your hand, who will get burned? You. So he says, even I am doing that just to sustain my family. Narad Muni says, well, even though you're doing it to fulfill the role of providing for your family, even then you still have to carry all the karma. The song, Bharosa kar tu Ishwar par tujhe dhoka nahi hoga. Everybody have to carry their own karma. So he says, so what do you think I could do to change a little bit? Help me a little bit, no? He says, you are the sage, Narad Muni, you are the saintly one. Tell me how I could change a little bit, help me out a little bit. So Narad Muni, he says, just chant the name of Ram, Rama Rama Rama, Sri Rama Jai Rama Jai Jai Rama. He says, just go on chanting the name of Ram. That alone is sufficient to purify you. But you see, Valmiki Maharishi, he was so sinful that he couldn't even remember the name Ram. So simple, 2 syllables, Rama. 2 syllables only, Rama. And even that he couldn't remember. Even that he was so sinful he couldn't remember that, Rama. You see, your ability to perform service and to perform seva and sit in satsang is based on previous karma. Yes? That is karma too, right? So you see, even though you might think that you choose to be here now, today, it is not completely your choice, you know. It is not fully and completely your choice to be in satsang. Satsang and yajna and puja to be in sadhu sangha, the accompaniment of sadhus or saintly people, it is not your will. It is not, you have not chosen that. You might think I choose to be here today, right? But you could have chosen to be anywhere, but you didn't have to reach, right? So it's not directly your choice. It is something else happening, destiny happening, and your karma, your good karma playing out. So to be able to sit in satsang and to be able to do seva, puja, things like that, even then you have to have some good karma. So he didn't even have enough good karma to remember the name Rama. Because Rama is the name that can purify. Sri Rama Rama Rameti Rami Rami Manorame Sahasra Nama Tutulyam Rama Nama Varanani. You heard that before, right? Yes? What does it mean? Sri Rama Rama Rameti. You know who is chanting that verse? That verse is being chanted by Lord Shiva. Sadashiva, he is saying to Parvati, his wife. Sri Rama Rama Rameti Rami Rami Manorame Sahasra Nama Tutulyam Rama Nama Varanani. He says, Parvati, if you want to chant 1,000 names of Vishnu, Vishnu Sahasranama, because we know Rama se bhara Rama ka naam. Yes? Rama se bhara Rama ka naam. What does it mean? What is Rama se bhara Rama ka naam? You heard that all the time, right? Rama se bhara Rama ka naam. Rama se. What does it mean? What is greater, Ram or the name? The name, why? We say the name of God is greater than the name, why? You know why? Because you can't directly have the physical presence of Ram right now, right? You have to go through so much of purification before. But what you could have is the name, Ram Nam. You could have him present in the form of his name. So even then to chant the name of God, you need to have some good karma before. You need to have some accumulated karma. You know? So all of you are very blessed because you are sitting in satsang listening to the glories of Ramachandra. I am only the servant, you know. I am serving you. You are the real blessed ones who listen to the glories of Ramachandra. So, to listen to the glories of Ram, to remember the name of Ram, even then you have to have good karma. So he wasn't even so blessed to even remember the name of Ram. Valmiki's Narad Muni says, okay, you see there's a tree called Mara tree. He says, look at the tree Mara and just remember Mara, Mara. If you can't remember Rama, remember Mara. And you know, if you say Mara, 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 in the center of each Mara there is Rama, right? Rama, 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 Rama. Yes, you still say in the name of Ram. So, the name of God is so powerful, whether knowing or unknowingly, chant the name of Rama, you still get the same benefit. Our ancestors taught. How do we greet each other? How do we greet each other? You sure? You sure? Right. You know, in India, they don't say Sitaram. In India, they say Namaste and Namaskaram. Yes, in Trinidad we say Sitaram. Yes, our ancestors did that. They created that reason. Why? Because if I just see somebody, you remember the name of Ram. Sita and Ram. Sitaram. Yes. Even you might just remembering without even having any, you could even be criticizing the name of Ram. I just say the name of Ram, remember the name of Ram, even that is purified. Yes. So, Tulsidas, he looked at Valmiki Ramayana. After Valmiki was remembering, he meditated on the name of Mara, Mara, Mara until he became so purified. What happened? Sri Ramachandra revealed the whole Ramayana to him, Valmiki Ramayana. You know, Valmiki Ramayana was the story of Ramachandra written before Ram descended on earth. Yes? Do you know? Did you know that? You know, right? So you have to listen. Right. Valmiki Maharishi, he wrote Ramayana before Ram came on the planet Earth, before Ram was born. So the portions of Ramayana was already written. Yes, if you look at the beginning of Tulsidas Ramayana, you see where Lord Shiva goes to Agastya with Parvati, with Sati, his wife, and they are listening to Ram Katha. At that time, Ram wasn't there on the planet Earth yet. So where did Ramayana Katha come from? It was already there. It was already being narrated. Agastya Maharishi was already narrated and chanted Ramayana before Ram came on the planet Earth. Just like we have something called Kalki Puran. You know, Kalki Puran, one of the 18 Puranas, but where's Kalki? Kalki didn't born yet. Kalki is the last avatar of Vishnu. He didn't born yet. But all of the forms of God is eternal. Yes, God is eternal. There was never a time where Ram become God, and there will never be a time where he will fall from that position. Yes? There was never a time when somebody else was born. No. God is universal. Many times we like to put God in our box based on our mind, our box mentality. We like to put God in our little box and think, okay, only what I understand or what I know, that alone is correct. You know? But anything you could say about God, that is correct. Think about it, because He is everything. He's reflecting through everything. The Vedas tells us, Adhav Purusho Havai Narayano Saprajasrajayati Narayana Prano Jayate. The very prana, the breath that you breathe is Narayana, God. Narayana Prano Jayate Manas Sarvindriyani. Beyond the reach of the mind. We can't understand Him just by mental studying of scriptures, you know. You can study all the scriptures in the world, even then you don't know Him. Because He is everything. Do you know everything? Only when you know everything, then you know Him truly. Because He is in everything. Only when you can understand the nature of everything, then you understand Him. Narad Muni goes to his father Brahma. Brahma is the one who creates. Right? Yes? Brahma is the one who creates. And Narad Muni asks the father Brahma, he says, tell me about God. Brahma says, even I don't know Him. Even I don't know Him. Because even though I am creating based on instructions from somebody, from Mahavishnu. Vishnu is giving instructions to Brahma what to do. So Brahma is saying, even I don't know that Narayana fully. So Valmiki, he is narrating the glories around Prabhu Shri Ram. And then after, Tulsidas, he comes and he translates the Sanskrit Ramayana or the Valmiki Ramayana. He translated to Hindi or Awadhi. And he goes on chanting the glories of Prabhu Shri Ram. So in the Balakand, we will get our Katha where Bhuma Devi is Mother Earth. She is praying to Bhagavan. Bholo Ram, Bholo Ram, Bholo Ram, Bholo Ram, Bholo Ram, Bholo Ram, Bholo Ram. You see, what is satsang? Bhagavad Mahapuran tells us Sravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Sparanam Palasevanam Vandanam Arjanam Dasam Sakshat Atmanivedanam. Satsang is Sravanam and Kirtanam. While I chant, you listen, and then you chant and I listen, right? So, it's not a performance, so you just listen. You should also chant along. That is the purifying part of satsang, right? So I want to hear everybody. Bholo Ram, Bholo Ram, Bholo. I can't hear loud enough. I cannot have that enough. Ask your father. You tell me. Right? So I hear loud. Bholo Ram, Bholo Ram. Bholo Ram, 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 Bholo Ram, 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 Bholo Ram, Bholo Ram. Bholo Ram, Bholo Ram, Bholo Ram, Bholo Ram, Bholo Ram. Jaya Ramachandra Bhagavan Ki Jai. So, Bhuma Devi, which is Mother Earth, the earth is represented by a Devi called Bhu Devi or Bhuma Devi. Narayana, Mahavishnu, we say he is Shaktiman, which means the owner of everything. Everything and everybody belongs to God, right? Do you have anybody who doesn't belong to God? Nobody. Nothing. No, there's nothing that doesn't belong to Him. Yes? Sometimes we feel, okay, if I do good things, God will like me more. You ever think like that? If I fast plenty, if I do good deeds, then God will favor me more. Yes? It doesn't work like that. Yes? You can have how much children and you would, well, this is what they say, I don't know. They say that you can't favor any child more than the other. Sometimes especially, they say especially the mothers, there's like the most wicked one more. Right? So, there's nobody that doesn't belong to Him. Everything belongs to Him. Everybody belongs to Him. Everything belongs to Him. Not just because you're a devotee or you try to do good things means you are closer to Him. It means you could realize Him more. You could feel His presence more. But it doesn't mean that He favors you more. Every jiva is equal. Every soul is equal. Because, let me ask you, anything could contaminate God? Could anything contaminate God? You see, this is the thing, people just put God in a box and think, okay, well, you must put conditions on His grace and put conditions on Him. He's beyond boundaries, He's beyond conditions. There's no condition, nothing can contaminate Him. Yes? When you are contaminated, you should go to Him to become purified. You can't contaminate the source of purity. And if He is the source of purity, Sahasra Shirasha Purushaha Sahasraksha Sahasrapat Sabhumim Vishado Vratva Atitishtat Dashangulam. He is the one who becomes the universe, becomes everything, and then also becomes the soul, which is you and I, becomes the Atma. So you and I, He explodes into reality and becomes all of us, becomes the soul. We are sparks of that ultimate reality. So if He is ever pure, that means you are also ever pure. If nothing can contaminate Him, nothing can contaminate you either, because you're a spark of that same reality, that same whole. So what becomes contaminated? It is only the body. It is only the body and the mind. The mind is also part of the body. Yes? When you give up the body, the mind also remains with the body. The pure self, the Atma, is what transmigrates into our next body. Yes? So that Atma is pure, untouched by any karma. All the actions that you do, it is only the body that is doing now. Yes? Anybody come out of the body and do something and then go back to the body? No. It is the body alone that is doing everything. Yes? Anything you are the life force within, but it is the body that is accumulating karma. The body could become contaminated, the self cannot become contaminated, because it is part of the ultimate source of purity. So, Narayana in the center, the source of everything, and then on one side there is Sri Devi, Mahalakshmi. Mahalakshmi represents the essence or the Shakti, the pure essence of everything. Within everything there is a divine essence, a divine purity, intelligence that is within everything. That is Lakshmi. And the physical nature of everything, that is the body, the physical that you could see and touch, tangible, that is represented by Bhuma Devi. So, when we see in the Ramayana, where Bhudevi goes and she surrenders to Narayana, it represents something. You see, previously, when you look at the other scriptures, you see there is a nice katha, the Samudra Manthan Lila, where the Devas and the Asuras churn in the ocean. Right? Everybody heard of that, right? Yes? Everybody heard of the Devasura Sangraha, where Devas and the Asuras or the demons, they come together and they are churning the Milky Ocean. Yes? That represents, the churning of the Milky Ocean represents the churning of the intellect. The Milky Ocean represents your own intellectual state. Devas and Asuras, gods and demons. Devas and asuras is actually principles that is within everybody. Everybody have demonic qualities and everybody have sattvic qualities also. Yes, even the best of sages also have a little bit of tama guna or demonic qualities also. It is natural in every living entity. So the Devasura Sangraha, when Devas and the gods and the demons fighting against each other, that is within your own self. You know, these Kam, Krodha, Madha, Lobha, Khamara, Jagatana, Yaram, Kam, Krodha, Madha, Lobha. Kam is lust, greed, anger, hatred. All of these things is represented by the deity as the demons. And the good qualities, they are fighting against each other, right? And they are tuning the intellect. And Mahalakshmi comes out of the ocean. That is the awakening of the higher self within. And Shiva also comes out. Poison comes out first. Poison comes out of the ocean, right? You know the story? No? Okay. So during the churning of the ocean, poison also comes out. Halahal poison. Yes. And when the poison comes out, who comes and drinks the poison? Shiva. What does Shiva represent? Uncle Rajesh just now sing it in the bhajan. You know what Shiva represents? Uncle Rajesh, you know what you sing. Shiva represents Guru. Right? What day is of the week you worship Shiva? Thursday and Monday, but Monday is really Shiva Day, but you worship him on Thursday because it's the day of the Guru and he is Adi Guru. Right? The poison is that which is coming out of everybody. Right? When you start, you see, I was explaining to somebody today. When people take up to a spiritual path, normally we hear, well, check out them quarreling and them supposed to be spiritual and religious. Or so many things. You see, those are not things that you induce. Those things are consequences that comes when a person becomes realized. Yes? If you try to be peaceful, you try to be truthful, you try to be all of these things, then you will just become miserable. You have to be yourself. You have to be you. And then when you be you and you take up to a spiritual process, then all of the poison starts to spill out. Yes? This is why when some people it is fast, right? Right? You ever find when you're fasting, that's the time everybody and everything is getting vexed? Yes? Some people say when you put date of prayer and then everything is also go wrong. You know why? Because that is the poison spilling out. If you give up at that moment, what will happen? The poison will remain inside. It will remain poison you all the time. The poison starts to come out. Yes? So when poison comes out from people, we can't judge them. That is the purification happening. Yes? When you start to clean your house, the house is just automatically become clean. No. Everything is become chaotic, right? And everybody clean for Christmas something, eh? No. Diwali and Christmas, everybody cleaning. Everything becomes chaotic, right? You have to pull out everything, you take down all the curtain, all kind of thing. And then when you don't do that, then you feel, oh gosh, why even start? I should have just leave it just how it was. And then when you start to clean, then you see how dirty it was. And then only after when you do everything, then the house becomes nice and peaceful again, right? Then you pack everything back nicely, you put a back curtain, everything becomes nice again. So the poison is coming out. That is the process happening. That is when the purification is happening. And then Shiva comes and drinks up the poison. That is Guru. You see, we can try all the things that we want. Without the grace of Guru, we can't reach to a higher state. What is Guru? Every Pandit is Guru? No. Gu means darkness. Ru means to remove. Guru is the one who could remove darkness. I say Guru is the one who has attained that state already. Who has awakened all of that, what we say, 7 chakras within the body and has attained that union with Ramachandra, and then he could give you that, he could extend onto you that same grace that is flowing through him. That is what a Guru is. You see, when you do puja, you worship, do you worship the physical murti or you worship the energy that is flowing through the murti? You perform avahanam, you invoke a spiritual presence within that murti and you worship that presence, that energy that is flowing through the murti, right? Not the physical thing that is made out of metal or whatever, right? That becomes irrelevant. You worship the energy flowing through that murti. Similarly, the guru is that one who is not a physical man, you know. Tulsidas stresses on that point. Yes? Bando Guru Parabheda Bakana. Tulsidas, she says. So, Guru is that one who, through him, that grace and energy of Ramachandra is flowing constantly. Yes, that one who has attained that union with him. That is Guru. So, when Guru comes, he removes the darkness and he takes away all of that poison. Right? And then only after that poison is removed, then who comes out of the ocean again after the children? Lakshmi comes. Lakshmi is the essence, right? Remember we just said, two wives of Vishnu, Lakshmi and Bhudevi. Lakshmi represents the essence of everything, or the soul, the inner self, and Bhudevi represents what? What does Bhudevi represent? You see, a little listen to me. The physical aspect of everything, right? The physical, and within the physical there is the spiritual aspect, the life force. So Sri Devi Lakshmi represents the life force. Bhudevi represents the physical. So when Bhudevi goes to the Garbhodaka ocean and she goes to surrender to Bhagavan, because what is happening? She's saying that Ravana and all of his subjects, all of his associates, they are having a lot of sinful reactions is happening on the earth. They are performing all of the bad things and all kind of things is happening to the earth because of the sins being committed by Ravana and all of the subjects, all of his people. So she goes and she surrenders to Bhagavan, Vishnu, and she asks for him to come and purify the earth. You see, this again represents something very nicely. Yes, the physical surrender is there, but Lakshmi is not there. The physical surrender is there, but the Lakshmi is not there. That means, you see, this represents when you do things mechanically. Yes? I'm sure everybody here receive a mantra from a guru or a godfather. Yeah? And then when you receive the mantra, what do? You just forget about it after. Somebody forget it after. Some people just chant it when they remember. You know? That is like what is happening here. The physical aspect is in it, but the Lakshmi, the spiritual aspect is not in it. You see? So, then what happens? Tulsidas tells us. Sri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama Sri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama Sri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama Sri Ram That's all, everybody loud, check it out. Sri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama 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 Banti Surat Bhagavai Pitara Kahapal Prabhu Kare Pukara Puravai Kunt Chan Kah Koi Puravai Kunt Chan Kah Koi Kau Kah Kayani Bhat Prabhu Soi Sri Ram So she wants to be relieved from all of these sins that is happening upon the earth. So she goes and the Devas is telling her, well, some is saying, okay, well, Mahavishnu resides in Vaikunta, maybe you could go and visit him there in Vaikunta. Some is saying he resides in the Garbhodaka ocean, maybe you could go and see him there. You know? But Brahma comes and he says, some is saying that he is in Vaikunta, some is saying that he is in Garbhodaka ocean. But where really is he? You know, when I was younger, and I just took Jane one thing and was learning, training with my Guruji, he used to tell us a nice story. He used to say, when God decided to create the earth, he was looking where to put the Paramatma. Paramatma means himself, right? The all-pervading existence of God. And it's not a story that comes in Purana, it's just a story that, they used to tell. And Brahma says, put the Paramatma under the ocean. And Shiva says, no, people will go down with a submarine and get it. So Shiva says, put it in the sky. And Brahma says, no, people will go with a spaceship or something and get it. And Vishnu says, I will put it within yourself, within the heart of everybody. You're looking for God? Which part you must find him? If you can't find him within yourself, you can't find him in a temple. You can't find him in a mosque, you can't find him in a church, you can't find him anywhere. You see, there's a next nice story where the train is going from Madras to Delhi. Madras is one end of India, Delhi is the other end of India. And it takes 3 days for the train to reach to Delhi. And on the train, it have this man who is a businessman. So he's very rich, he have a lot of money, and he's going to Delhi to do business. He's leaving Madras and going to Delhi for business. And then there's a bandit also on the train. And he heard that it have a rich businessman on the train. So he goes on the train and he says, I want to stay in the same room with this man. So when he gets up and he goes to get his breakfast or whatever, he's looking and digging up and everything to see where he hide the money. Right? He's looking to see where the businessman hide all the money. So he saw him coming, so he put back everything and he go and sit down. Next time he leaves the room, he goes again and start to look. And for 3 days, every time the businessman leaves the room, he will go and try to look to find where he put the money. So the businessman, he had a conversation with him and he realized, well, he just, he's not any educated person. He's just looking to see what he could get. So 3 days passed, the train reached to Delhi. The bandit now, he is angry, he's vexed because I come on this train just to get the money from this man. Look, he reach and me get no money. So he knows that the businessman knows at this point what he's looking for. So as everybody exiting the train, he goes and he asks him, he says, before you go, just tell me which part you hide the money. I just want to know. He says, you're busy looking in all of my stuff, I hide the money below your pillow. I hide the money under your pillow because you would look only in my stuff, but you wouldn't look under your own pillow. You wouldn't think that it is there. And that is the same thing like Paramatma, God. You will look in every external place, but you wouldn't look within. You see, where is the grace of God? My Guruji would always tell, wherever there is a touch of life, that is God. That is the grace of God. Wherever there is life, there is no jiva, soul that is high, no jiva that is low. Wherever there is a touch of life, that place is sacred. That person is sacred. Everybody is sacred and special because you are a spark of God. You see, what does Shankaracharya says? मनोबुद्ध्यहंकार चित्तानि नाहं न च श्रोत्रजिह्वे न वै पञ्चवायो न च व्योम भूमि न तेजो न वायो चिदानन्दरूप. You don't know it? Chidanandarupa Shivoham Shivoham. When Shankaracharya says that everybody thinks, okay, well, he is saying I am Shiva. No, he is not telling you are Shiva. What does Shiva mean? Shiva means that which is not Shiva. Yes? No I, no me. The only time you realize who you truly are is when the I and the me become dissolved. No I and no me. That is ego, Abhiman. Tulsidas says, दया धर्म के मोल है और नरक मोल अभिमान. दया means compassion. दया धर्म के मोल है. The seed of dharma is daya, compassion. Or narak mola abhiman. That which could send somebody to narak. Narak means what? What is narak? What is narak? Narak means hell. Yes? Narak mola abhiman. That which sends somebody to narak is abhiman. Abhiman is ego. So Shankaracharya is telling us, you see, even within our culture, Hinduism, even hell doesn't truly exist, you know. You know, do you know that Hindus don't believe in heaven and hell? You knew that? Because many times people speak of heaven and hell, but you know, generally Hindu is not supposed to believe in heaven and hell because it is not our culture, it is not our belief. What is the Narak and the 7 layers of hell that is spoken about? Talatal, Sutal, Vital, Talatal, Rasatal, Mahatal and Patal. 7 layers of hell. It represents your own being, your own self. You yourself could project that hellish nature. And you yourself could project the heavenly nature. Yes? You know, the older people used to tell us, heaven and hell is, well, right here. Because it is what you make of it. Right? So if you go on every day complaining, well, I trying and doing so much, and I fasting every day and doing so much of prayers, and God, like he forget about me, God don't do no miracles and nothing like that, and I still have so much problems in my life. If you go on like that again and again and again, you putting yourself in hell. Because that is what you're projecting. You're keeping yourself in a hellish reality. That is what you're projecting. Because instead of you looking for God and waiting for Him to intervene, He is there all the time. He is there all the time. Is there a place that He is not? Tell me where you wouldn't find God. Is there any place that He is not there? He is there all the time. Everywhere. He is there all the time, but we go, and waiting for a miracle. You see, what is the real miracle? The real miracle is life itself. That is the real miracle. Don't wait for somebody to come out of the ground or some strange thing like that. The miracle is right there before you all the time. Yes? You know how heavy the cloud is? How heavy the cloud is, Millions and millions of pounds. And how heavy is this bottle of water? Just 20 ounces or something like that, right? And this bottle of water can stay up in the air. But that cloud that is millions and millions of pounds is remaining floating up there. You ever hear somebody die because a cloud hit them in the head and killed them? No. It remains up there all the time. Isn't that a miracle? The existence itself has all the miracles. See? So instead of going looking for God somewhere, just see Him in everything. Find Him here, right where you are. He is always there. If God leaves you, you think you will be here? You think it is possible for God to leave you? Is it possible for God to leave anybody? No. It's not possible. Why? Because you are part of that reality. That you are spark of that world. That we call God, that we call Narayana. So the Devas goes to Mahavishnu and they are chanting to him. Jaya Jaya Suranayak Jana Sukadhayak Pranatapala Bhagavanta Jaya Jaya Suranayak Jana Sukadhayak Pranatapala Bhagavanta Bol Jai Tari Jaya Surari Sindhu Sudadi Akanta Palan Glory, glory to you again and again, the supreme reality. Suranayaka Jana Sukadayaka. Jaya Jaya Vinashi Sarvagatavasi Yapat Parama Anandha Abhidat Gopita Makarita Purita Maya Harita Mukundha Jiladi Viradi Satyanaradi Vigat Moha Muni Bindha Nishihasranaya Vidunananai Sayati Satchidananda Jaya Jaya Suranayaka Janasukanayaka Pranata Pala Bhagavanta Jaya Jaya Suranayaka Janasukanayaka Pranata Pala Bhagavanta. So they goes on and they are offering their praises and their praises again and again to Bhagavan Sivanarayana. So she is Bhuma Devi. She is hoping that the Lord would descend on the earth to do what? To relieve her from all these sins. Right? She is hoping and waiting for that point where Bhagavan will come upon the earth to relieve her from all these sinful reactions that is being created by Ravana. You know, what does Ravana represent in the Ramayana? Do you know? Do you think Ravana is a demon? We always hear Ravana is a demon. You know, who is the most popular person in Ramayana? More popular than Ram is Ravana. You know? When it had Ram Leela, you see a big Ram or a big Ravan? You see a big Ravan. Yeah? A big one. You know, wake up. You see a big, tall Ravan, right? And you don't have to go around any other night, but everybody will go the night when they go to Ravan because you want to see Ravan. You care to see Ravan. You care to see Ravan. You see, Ravan is not a demon, you know. Every time we read Ramayana, I always tell, Ravan is not a demon. Ravan is a devotee. You think any ordinary wicked demon could get the opportunity to be killed by the hands of God? By the hands of Prabhu Sri Ram? Look at the great blessings of Ravan. He was even more blessed than Shabari and all of the others. You know why? They went on their whole life to, seva and service, hoping and waiting for that point when Ram to come. Ravan, look at the life he lived. Wicked. Wicked life. And how he died? He died at the hands of Ram. Who was more fortunate? Tell me. How long did Shabari wait? 106 years. She waited for Ram to come to her. When he finally, from a small little girl, you know Shabari Katha? From a small little girl, her guru told her, he says, every day you prepare for that day Ram will come. One day he will come. A little girl. And 106 years after, she's an old woman now. Old, feeble, she could barely move. That is when Ram comes. Yes, that is when Ram comes. Because he had to give her time to prepare her mind to receive him. You see, not just the first time we pray, God will reveal himself instantly. He won't reveal himself instantly just like that. Why? Because then the abhiman wouldn't be removed. The ego wouldn't be removed. You would still have all the old ways and all the old thoughts and everything. You have to become purified first before God could reveal himself to you. You agree or not? You agree or not? You have to become purified first before God can reveal himself to you. So when Ramachandra goes to Shabari, what happened? What does Shabari say? Do you know? Shabari looked around. She says, you could visit all the great sages, everybody. Why? What made you come to me? She says, Adama, Damate, Adama, Adinari. I am the lowest of the low. If there is anybody lower than the lowest, that is me. That is me. But that is what Ram was waiting to hear. As long as we think, oh, I am so great because I do this and because I do that and because of the next, You think he will come? He will never come. He will never come. Why? Because you're dependent on your own efforts. Tell me, what is greater? Your little minute efforts or the glory of the Supreme Lord? What is greater? Your efforts? Because everything we do, it have some faults attached to it, no? Anybody could do anything so perfect that it have no fault? If you could, you had to teach me. Anybody could think that you could do something so perfect without faults, without flaws? Everything we do, it could be the best of our ability, but it would still have some amount of faults or flaws attached to it. No? So the more we are dependent upon our own efforts, we think, okay, if I give a flowers today, then God will bless me. If I give a lot of water tomorrow, Saturday, I have to win the lotto. And if I don't get it, then I'll go and try again. I'll do a Lakshmi Puja. You know? Who you all pray to now? Not Sri Krishna, Sri Ram. But when people are alive, nobody wants to do Krishna Puja, you know. Why? They feel like dead press. You know? They feel like dead press. And when you die, what happened? You're waiting for somebody else to come and do it for you. You do Lakshmi Puja and all kind of thing, because if you do Lakshmi Puja, you get money. Yes? You know how many people think so? If I do Lakshmi Puja, I'll get money. You think Lakshmi is money? Lakshmi is the goddess of wealth. You think wealth is money? Wealth is not money. Wealth is much beyond money. You could have all the money and be the poorest person. Lakshmi is that feeling of satisfaction. That is wealth. That feeling of satisfaction. She gives you a feeling of satisfaction, feeling of contentment. Not physical wealth, not just money alone. That alone is not wealth. Of course we need it, huh? We need it to survive. But how much you really need? So, we don't worship Krishna, we don't worship Ram, we don't want to hear Gita and thing, because type that thing, when people there and then we don't read Gita, we don't do Krishna Puja. When you have the ability to do it with your own hands, we don't do it. But when you die, you're hoping for somebody to do it for you. We have all the ability and all the opportunity before us now. But we neglect all of that. We neglect it and we hope that when we die, somebody will do it. What you could do for yourself still cannot give you liberation. What is liberation? Every time you go to a funeral, you hear Panditji say, let me hope and pray that this person become liberated, that the Atma be reabsorbed into the Paramatma. But you think that happened just there? You could do anything you want, that could not happen. You know why? Because any effort that you perform, any action that you perform, it has some amount of sin or faults attached to it. And if you have to be reabsorbed into that which is perfect, if you have to be reunited with the perfect being, the means to attain that must be also be perfect. But what again in this world is perfect? He alone is the perfect thing. All of our faults, all of our actions have some faults attached to it. So, what does he say to Shavati? Jati pati kula dharma badai. I don't look at anything external. Jati is a caste, party kula dharma badai, your lineage, your caste, your material status. I don't look at any of that. The only thing I look at is the bhakti in the heart, the devotion. Right? The devotion in the heart. Because that alone is real and pure. Everything else is always changing, is temporary. The only thing that is real is what is within you. Yes, is what is within you. That is the real nature of a person. So, Bhuma Devi, she goes and she is praying and glorifying Bhagavan, Sriman Narayana. And he is agreeing to descend himself upon the earth as Bhagavan Sri Ramachandra. You see, when Bhagavan is agreeing to descend now, it represents that she's becoming purified. In Bhagavad Gita, are you reading Gita? Anybody here read Bhagavad Gita? Why? Anybody here have a Gita? I'm sure every house have a Gita. If you don't, next time I come, I'll bring Gita. Okay, right? No, I do that anywhere we go. right? I always give a Gita. I just don't have none of it today. But normally we do. Right? But everybody should have a Bhagavad Gita, but don't just leave it there, you must read it. And it is very small, a small book. Gita is only 700 verses, there's not plenty. 700 verses you can finish read out in 2 or 3 days. Yes, 700 verses is probably equivalent to how much TikTok videos is watched for the day. Or how much memes it is watched for the day. Right? So, and if they put the Gita in the TikTok video, you scroll past that one. And you watch the one with the little bacchanal and the little kuchu and something, right? Yeah, all of that. You see, nothing wrong with that. You need some entertainment also, but also you must take into consideration that one thing that is real. That one thing that is real is you. This is not you. This body, it will end up in fire or in the earth one day. But one thing take into consideration, that which is you, because that's the only thing that will never change. You see, the Dalai Lama of Buddhism, he's the guru of all the Buddhists. They are so established in the yoga, so highly established in spiritual yoga, that you know what happens? Right before the Dalai Lama gives up his body, right before he dies, he goes and he tells the disciples, the Shishas around him, where he will take birth again. And in 3 months' time, they will go and find him taking birth there, and they will recognize this is the Dalai Lama has come again. See, look at the level of his spiritual attainment, and yet still he has to take birth again and again. Yet still he is not free from the cycle. Yet still he is born in again and again. Yet still he is trapped in the cycle of repeatable. He's so advanced he could choose which body he coming into. Yet still he cannot free himself from taking birth again and again. That liberation happens not after death. You have this special body, Bhare Bhagya Manushatana Bhava, that Tulsidas says the highest on the planet, Bhare Bhagya Manushatana Bhava. What makes it the highest species on the planet? Because we have the ability to understand that which is abstract. Yes, we have an ability that animals don't have. We have a little choice that animals don't have. Animals just have to eat, sleep, reproduce and defend. That is the only thing an animal could do. And if we are doing that only, then we are living like animals too. But we have ability to go beyond that. So if it is the highest form of life on the planet, what makes it the highest form of life on the planet? We have that ability to attain that moksha now. That liberation is within the body. Sadhana dharma moksha kara dwara. This is like the doorways to moksha, liberation. So then how could I say after somebody die, I will wish that they attain liberation? No. When the scriptures is clearly telling us, sadhana dharma moksha kara dwara, this is the doorways to liberation. Right? This is the way to attain liberation, only in the body. So then how I can hope that after I die and give up the body, then I will attain liberation? That means you defeat the purpose of having the body itself. You defeat the purpose of having the human body. Yes? So everything else is good and interesting and nice, but we must also take some time and give some importance to that one thing that is real, that one thing that never changes. That is you, the self. The body changes. You have the same, you look the same way that you looked when you was born. No. The body changes, right? Birth, old age, disease, and eventually death. Once you take birth, you get old, hopefully. And then you will get sick, disease, and then eventually ends at death, right? The body itself, B-O-D-N-Y, it says that. B for birth, for old age, D for disease, and I always say Y is what? Y is for Yamraj. B for birth, O for old age, D for disease, and Y for Yamraj. Yes? The body is always changing eventually. Whether you bury it, whether you burn it, whether you put it in the water. Some people doing that now. You see, Jala Samadhi, they submerge the body in the water. Whatever you do with it, you still have to discard of it, right? You still have to discard of it. So that the body will come to an end, the body will change, but one thing will never change, that is you, the Atma itself. So you must give some importance to that. Clothes can't define you, nothing can define you. You see, just recently I heard somebody say, I've been to the temple and they put up a dress code for the temple, which is good in a sense. But if you see beyond, sometimes we must be able to see beyond body and see beyond externals. You see? Clothes can't change somebody through nature. By wearing a dhoti or a sari or something doesn't mean that you're truly spiritual. That is clothes, that is external. And spirituality is not external, it is within. You know? If somebody is materially diseased means they are attached to the old ways, addiction and all of that. Then they tell you can't come to the temple. If you do that, then it's like the example I always give, that is like the doctor saying sick people not welcome in the hospital. Because as we say, if nothing could contaminate God, He is there to purify. Then tell me who is not qualified to go before Him. Everybody should be able to serve Him in any way that they see fit. No? We can't put Him in a box. So we must think internally and sometimes give more importance to the internal rather than the external. Prem se bole se Ayodhya Vara Ramachandra Bhagavani ki. So you have a few bhajans. मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम, ले लो राम, मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम। prayer. So we pray for the soul of the departed. May his Atma continue on this journey and be blessed and be placed at the feet of Bhagavan. Whatever service that Sovereign Lord wishes to shower upon him, may he attain to that highest estate. Harihi Om Tat Katam Chakarishyami Om Tat Katam Chakarishyami Bhagavatyena Bhagavatim Dharya-rupam Sri Bhagavan Vasudeva Purato Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Sri Radhe
Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Sri Radhe
Jaya Radhe सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुः च सखा त्वमेव विद्या प्रविद्धं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव त्वमेव सर्वं
मम देव
कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृतिः करोमि यद् सकलं परस्मै नारायणाय नारायणाय भार भार परमांग हर्षिदेह श्रीरंग पाद सरोजन पायनी भक्ति सदा सतसंग ओम तत्सत् सर्वं श्री कृष्णार्पणमस्तु श्री कृष्ण 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 हरि ओम लक्ष्मीनाथ समारंभं नाथयामुनमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्य पर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां जय बोलो श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की अयोध्या वर रामचंद्र भगवान की अर्यमा पित्रा भगवान की सत्य सनातन धर्म की सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय जय राम से भरा राम का Thank you all very much for your patience and your attentive listening. Thank you to the family for inviting us. And any announcement? So thank you, Jai Sitaram. And thank you all, and apologies to Uncle Lokesh for the hand.